This morning. We've been waiting for a while, Alison, for the BBC report to come into about Strictly to come out. And it has come out. The findings have been revealed, which sort of vindicates both of them, it seems, in some way.
Yes, it feels a little bit of a fudge, this. So Amanda Abbington, who was in Sherlock, you'll remember, she was on the show last year and then she left very suddenly, said at the beginning, oh, it was personal reasons. And then a little while afterwards, it came out that she said it had been a toxic environment. She said that she had mild PTSD, trauma, sort of problems as a result of sort of bullying allegations that she made against Giovanni. And so then there's a big report into it. And now he's been cleared of 11 of the allegations, but he's sort of been found guilty of 6. So there was no physical abuse, which some of the claims were around, but they were saying that there was bad language and he sort of made her feel uncomfortable in the training rooms. So it's a kind of a fairly score draw, but undoubtedly some behaviour happened that shouldn't have happened and other people had complained as well.
I think he's been onto Instagram to record a message in response to the findings yesterday. This is what he said.
It's over. It's finished. 6 months, 7 months of all of this. 7 months of reading every day things in the newspaper and not be able to respond because I wanted to keep the confidentiality and the privacy of the review was a difficult time. It was difficult because, you know, reading stuff that were untrue wasn't the nicest time of my life, let's be honest. But today I'm happy because, you know, at the beginning there were very, very serious allegations thrown out of me, but I think today none of the serious allegations has been upheld.
Nick?
What a load of ballrooms. I mean, they have completely lost their way, this show. It's meant to be a bit of fun. Do you remember when it first started? We'd all look forward to seeing Anne Widdecombe's Cha-Cha or John Sargent's Bossa Nova, and it was all a bit of fun. Now they treat it like some Olympic competition. It is so gruelling. You won't be surprised here. I have never been asked to take... I was once asked... I hold the record for the worst ever audition on Dancing on Ice. The worst ever audition.
Hold on.
Because
did you
I just went round holding...
Nick, no one fails that audition.
I failed. I'm the only person to have failed the audition. But that should be fun. And it's not fun anymore. Now, what the BBC... It's their 20th or 25th year. 20th. I don't know what it is. It's the 20th year. So, obviously, it's a juggernaut. But I just think... My God, the news is depressing enough. Families want to settle down on a Saturday night. And I genuinely see a bit of fun. And if you take a bloke like John Sargent, remember, just to remind your viewers, the political editor, who in the end was so popular, he actually stood down because he was stopping... because that's what the audience want, a bit of fun. Yeah. They cannot believe, and I love John, and I know, that John Sargent went from, he would be the first to say, you know, a plodding dad dancer, and he became quite good. That's what it should be about.
Did he become quite good, Nick?
No.
I mean, he didn't become quite good.
He became better.
But what did happen? He became very popular with the audience who were keeping him in. And then he fell on his sword in like only John Sargent would. Yeah. Alison, is there something... There's John Sargent.
He is.
Oh, yes.
Giving it his best.
That was when it was fun.
So, Alison, is this a moment... Because we do love Strictly, and everybody loves the journey. They love the celebs go on and then suddenly they start off in a certain place and they finish amazingly. Is this a time for them to reset and go back to what Nick's suggesting, which is actually, let's just remember why we all enjoy it?
I think because for the first 2 episodes of this series so far, you know, when you used to sort of think, well, who's going to be getting off with who in week 1 or week 2 when you see them all? Now you sort of think,
another thing they're trying to get away from.
I wonder which one's going to be sworn and spat at this time in the changing rooms. So, I mean, yes, it's got to go back to that. But obviously the professional dancers do take it very seriously and they are probably all very emotional about the whole thing. But in any kind of workplace, you can't be going around swearing at people.
But they're like Olympic athletes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they train at the level of an athlete. And so, God forbid, somebody like me comes lumbering into the rehearsal room. She's just going to, oh, my God. I mean, it's just never going to... It should just be...
I don't know. I'd pay good money for a Ferrari to go into. I would, for sure.
I think if you're watching the amazing Chris McCausland, who's a good friend of mine, and he's dancing with... What's the name of his dancer?
I can't remember.
Lovely Australian girl.
Oh, yeah,
Diane, and Diane's father, and Chris was hilarious because Diane's father sends them messages, and if you watch them, they're brilliant to watch when they look back at this. And Chris said Diane's father gave it away that Diane wasn't that interested in dancing with me because he said, well, at least winning's not everything, darling, in the first video. And that's Chris sort of going and attacking this in a way with a sense of humour and a sense of joy and adventure. Exactly. And both of them are really, I think they will do very well because everyone can see the joy that they're getting.
It's an SAS course now, isn't it? That's absolutely gritting their teeth, actually.
Yeah. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.